Hello everyone, I'm Illegal D and this is Allthemods10 to the Sky. Last time we did the essence farm with our industrial foregoing hydroponic beds and simulated hydroponic beds. Also, I did that in that section, but now I moved it, and this is the thing that I did, the material stonework factory. So there are four of the things that I'm making: the silicon, glass, and this brick, nether brick, and this is making obsidian. Anyway, so today's goal is productive bees. Finally, my favorite episode. Now, in this one, there will be a few different things, and I am actually planning on making some of the bees in this platform. Now, one of the things that we normally need is bee, obviously. Now, how do you get bee? Well, in this mod pack, they did some help with the market. So they added the bee spawn egg. So this is one of the way you can get bees. But even if you get bees, there's no way you can produce honey just by bees. So you are gonna need either bee nest or a beehive. There was an update today, and they actually added the product base quest line. So yeah, I think I could get some beehives as well from this place, maybe, or maybe not. I think most of the people already know how to get the bee nest in vanilla way. It's just in a plain biome, surround a sapling with some flowers, and basically grow the tree and keep growing that until it gets you bee nest. So this is the place I used to live before. I made these islands for the warden, and this one is for these fruits. I might need to make this a plain biome, although I'm not really willing to do that. So let's just hope it grows.
Huh?
You're not supposed to grow. Now this thing did not give me any. Okay, well, one time didn't work. Now you just need to keep doing that until you get one of the beehives. And guess what? This is one of the bees I actually am gonna need, the blue banded bee. And I did not even plan on getting this one right now. So, well, that's a bonus, I'd say. Alright, so now it is cleaner than before. So, let's see. And well, after a few tries with also the birch saplings, I finally got the bee nest. Yeah, that was kind of annoying, but I got to know that either they made it in the config, or maybe it is like that from now on. But every cherry saplings I planted, I am getting one cherry nest with the blue banded bee. So that's a good thing. And I'm gonna just take this one. And fortunately, I actually got one of the bee essence seed from a quest. You already saw him producing the bee essence, so the honey essence. So the productive bees actually adds bee traits like their productivity, their endurance, and things like that. Now if I get the bee out of this hive, you can see these guys actually have these productivity, the weather tolerance, behavior, endurance, and temper. So these are the 5 traits they have. You can actually change some of the traits from these guys and eventually modify in different ways. One of the ways to change these bees traits I mean, a few traits naturally is leashing them with a fence. And what I can change with this is their behavior. So this diurnal, if I keep this guy with the lead here, it will change to nocturnal and then maternal. And the second thing that I could change the same way is the weather tolerance. If I keep the bee in the rain, I think I need a clear sky for that. But right now there is a roof, so I don't think it will work this way. But if let's say there's rain, it will change the weather tolerance to rain. And if there is thunderstorm, then it will change it to any. There are some specific bees that have the endurance to the max, the strong. This bee have the productivity of medium, so it don't really produce that much of bee combs. There is only one bee with the highest productivity, and to get that highest productivity, we need this helmet, the bee nest helmet. What this thing does, angry bees won't attack you, and 30% chance to spawn a kamikaze bee. And that's the bee that is our target, that have the highest productivity. So what we are gonna do is just get this helmet on our either the head slot or any of this curious slot where it fits. And then just take one catcher with 4 range upgrade and some of the cage. Any cage will do, sturdy B cage or the normal B cage. And because this is not a normal world, the best way to spawn these kamikaze bee is actually the end. So let's go there. Place the catcher here, give it all the range upgrade you can, and then place the sturdy bee and stand on top of this and just look at all the endermans. Well, this should work. Yeah, actually. Okay, and yeah, they will attack you, and you are gonna keep getting the kamikaze. I did went ahead and get some more kamikaze bees. So you can see I got pretty good amount of these. Now, what do I do with these? It's gonna be cruel. Now, I'm gonna make a temporary setup for this right now. What I need is a bottler, this thing, and place it on here, and then get a piston. I just need one, and then just a lever. That's all. Oh, actually, some bottles as well. I forgot to get the bottles. So yeah, get the bottles right here. Place this one here and just activate the piston. Now all we do is just well, never mind. There is just another simple way. You just need a dispenser and just block all 3 other sides. Let me get all these.
A few moments later.
Now I finally got all those bees squashed, and this is the setup I made because the bees were fleeing. I kinda go with this mod a bit differently. So now what I'm gonna do is get a centrifuge. I need to power the centrifuge and also gene indexer, and then just place it right next to it. Actually, not next to it, but one block away from the centrifuge, because I'm gonna need a pipe of any sort, or I could just use the SFM, but not right now. So it's gonna be simple, just a normal mechanism item pipe, sending the item from this centrifuge to the gene indexer, and then we throw all of these out. Actually, this thing is pretty slow, as you can see. So what I'm gonna do is, I already have patterns setted for those upgrades for the beehive and total productive bees. All I need is just a speed upgrade. There's that, and it's pretty fast. You can already see that. Now, how can I make it viable is just time accelerate the logistics transporter. Yeah, that's something you can do. And now just throw all of the bottle in here. So what the gene indexer do is all the gene samples, make them up to 100%. In that way, I can filter out what I need and what I don't. Okay, so I got the very high productivity and that's done. Now the next bee to squash is a different kind. And the way you get that is also a bit different. Let's get to that. So the next bee I am hunting for sounds so bad, but anyway, the next bee that I am hunting for, well, it's water bee. Yeah, just simple water bee. Do you remember I did make a fishing rod with the enchantments? Yeah, this is the thing that I was preparing for. That's why I got this fishing rod with all the level 5 enchantments. Now, what this thing is gonna do is just get me a bee, this guy. And because I am wearing the helmet, even though this guy was mad, he won't be doing anything. So I got my first water bee and notice something. This guy actually have the weather tolerance any. So yeah, any bees that you get from the water actually have that weather tolerance any. So this is one of the way you can get these bees. All I need is just one more of these water bee. It was lucky that I got the one and the first one. Okay, so this is one of the other bees that I can get, but this one actually does not have the weather tolerance. This is the oil bee, I think. Yeah, oily bee. Oh, so there's another thing. This bee, this one have the endurance of strong, but this bee is one of the end game bees that I will need if I wanna automate the all the mod start. And this was the last sponge bee that I needed. So getting all the bees from the water is done, and now the next step, breed them. Now breeding them is pretty easy. So all you need is a baby incubator. It's actually to grow the babies, not to breed them. And to breed the bees you need a breeding chamber. Both of them needs power actually. So what I'm gonna do is place all these here. I'm gonna get some speedier upgrade. Now all I need is again just a simple transport pipe from mechanism and get them power, and after that get any type of flower. I am actually gonna use the only flower that I am constantly producing, that is the this guy right here, the chorus flower. All I need to do is get the right bees. All you need to do is just give a whole bunch of sturdy bee cage or any kind of bee cage actually, then provide them with the honey treat in the baby incubator and just see the magic. Okay, and I finally have some of these weather tolerance genes. Now that's another one out of the checklist. Okay, so the third B gene that is my target is actually the strong trait. Which of the bees have the strong trait? It's actually the Patrick bee, but there's a catch. You can see down there, this bee species cannot breed amongst themselves. Yeah, breeding is not option for them. So that's a no for the strong endurance. There are two more that have the strong tolerance trait, and that's basically is the draconic bee and obsidian bee. Okay, so what I need is just get some obsidian nest, and then get ourselves some dragon's breath, because this guy actually needs dragon's breath. Interesting enough. And then just go into the dragon spot. After coming here, in the end, all you need to do is just place anywhere basically, and then feed them with the dragon's breath and tick speed them to the max. And yeah, that's why this time wand is just way too great. Okay, enough of that. Now let's head back. What I'm gonna do is keep two of the draconic bees inside my system, and then place all of the others inside the killing chamber. And then just, and with that, I should have a few of the strong traits. The next one is actually the nocturnal, and sorry, the not the nocturnal, the behavior, and it's already converted to the meternal that I was targeting. Now what I can do is pretty simple. Get this guy into the cage, and then spawn a bee, and also cage that guy as well. After that, just breed these two and hope for the best. Yeah, so I am not exactly getting. Okay, I got a one. And then just, okay, I got two of these. Just filtered out these. Notice these are child. So yeah, if I put them here, the FBI is gonna spawn. So I don't want that, obviously. And now, as many as I'm gonna get only these. Okay, so now I got a few of these metaternal behavior bees, and with that we got some metaternal genes. And finally, the last one, because all other four are done basically. The last gene that we technically need is nothing more than just well, let me show you. Yeah, that. It's as simple as that. Just like this bee in my hand. This one is the ultimate bee, the ideal bee of production. And now all I'm gonna do is just make a freaking bunch of these, as much as I can. And this is actually gonna help me in the next episode. Was it productive? Not really. It is another small episode. With that, this is the end of today's episode. Now, tell me something. Which bee do you hate the most? And which one you like the most? Well, tell me in the comments. But other than that, I kinda am gonna end this thing here. And I will see you in the next one. And if you enjoyed the video, just hit that like button. Just like this. This. Yeah. So hit that like button and comment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's wrap the video up. Okay. And yeah, bye bye. I have some well, squishing to do, I guess. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe.